Welcome to Data Pro. This is the first practical demonstration video in the series of C language video course. In this video, I am going to demonstrate how to set up the required software to develop a C program and then how to compile and run our C program. We need two tools or two software basically to develop any programs or to develop any software. They are IDEs to write a program or develop a program, then compiler which converts our program into machine code, which converts our program into machine code. These two tools are fundamentally required for any software development. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, which contains several tools which are useful during the software development process. There are several IDEs. One popular IDE among them is known as CodeBlocks IDE. This is the one we are going to use throughout our course. And one more tool is required. I told you that a compiler is required. There are a lot of compilers which convert a C program into machine code. One popular one is known as GCC compiler collection, we say, or GNU compiler collection. So we are going to use a combination of these two. Now let us see how to get the CodeBlocks IDE software from internet along with the GCC compiler collection. Go to codeblocks.org website. Then click on downloads. Then click on download the binary release. CodeBlocks IDE is available for all popular operating systems. Assuming that all of you or most of you are using Windows operating system, this video is about the demonstration on Windows operating system. So click on Windows operating system. There are several options here. Which one should you choose? If your computer is a 64-bit computer, then these are the available options. If your computer is a 32-bit computer, then these are the available options. Among these options, which one should you choose? You have to choose this one. If yours is a 64-bit computer, if yours is a 32-bit computer, then choose this one. It includes both the IDE along with the GCC compiler collection. MingW is a flavor of GCC collection for Windows operating system. Okay. So you can click on either this option or this option to get downloaded from the internet. I assume you know how to download any file from internet. It would be stored in your downloads folder. Once it is downloaded, just double click on the downloaded file and start the installation process. It's a simple installation process. You just keep saying next, next, accept, agree. Okay. Choose all the default options. There is nothing you should change during the installation process. There is one more thing I want to tell you. This is the latest version as of today at the time of recording of this video. The latest software may not work perfectly on all the computers. So you may encounter some problems using the latest software. Better use a older software if the latest software is not working fine for you. Then what you do is go back to the downloads page. You have an option saying for older operating systems, use older releases. Even for newer operating systems as well, okay, you can use the link which contains older versions of CodeBlocks IDE which are already proven, which works fine on different scenarios. Just click on that link. You can choose 17.12, which is a older one but works fine. Click on Windows operating system. Then from here again you can choose this one, mingw setup.exe file. I hope now you understood which file to download to get started with C programming. Once downloading is done and installation has been done, then you get a icon on your desktop with the name CodeBlocks IDE. Just double click on that icon, you can see such a screen saying CodeBlocks IDE, okay, and whichever version you have downloaded. So this is the appearance of CodeBlocks IDE. Now, how do you write a program over here? In CodeBlocks IDE, we write a C program as a part of a project. Every program is a project over here because when you create a project, it is not just one C program file, it contains several C programs files. So even though you have only one file in a project, you have to create it as a project and run the program. Now, how do you create a project? A project is nothing but a collection of files, several files. It can be even a single file. So go to file menu, say new and say project. So file, new, project. From the available options, you have to choose console application. Say go. Just click on next. If you don't want to see the screen next time when you create any project, then you can choose skip this page next time. For the time being, I am leaving it as it is. Click next. Using this CodeBlocks IDE, there is support for two languages, C and C++ as well. Now choose C, click next. Here you can give your project name. It can be any name. I say first C program. It can be anything. You can choose a location of your choice anywhere on your computer. You remember this name. It is CodeBlocks project file. In the future, when you want to open this project again in CodeBlocks IDE, after a few days, you have to open this file. Please remember this file name, CBP extension. Okay. Then click next. Here, it should display GNU compiler collection. Okay. If you don't get this, then there is some problem with your software setup. Make sure that this option is selected or you get that option. Others leave the defaults. Click finish. Now on the left hand side you get a window, projects window. This is the name of our projects and all the source code files. You know that the program that we write is known as a source code file, and every C program has an extension .c. By default the name would be main.c. So just double click on it, you get the skeleton of the first program. You can leave it as it is and run the program, or you can write your own code. I'm removing all the unnecessary statements. Every C program has a main function. indicating that this is the program's entry point. A C program is a collection of functions. We use a lot of ready-made functions created by somebody else, or we create our own functions, which we are going to see in functions chapter. But it is compulsory to provide the main function because this is the program's entry point. So this is the name of the function. Every function name is followed by a parenthesis. It indicates it's a function. And here it indicates that main function returns an integer value. In C programming, numbers are also known as integers. So at the end, we have to say return 0. It indicates that if control reaches here, program has been executed successfully. This is indication to the operating system by the program. Okay, indicating that the program has been run successfully. If the program has encountered any problem during its execution, then we don't reach over here, then 0 won't be returned to the operating system. Then the operating system assumes that the program execution was not successful. Okay, right. It doesn't matter you return 0, 1, 2, 3, anything. Okay, right. But this is the convention that return 0 indicates that program has been run successfully. Okay. You learn more about this return types and returning in functions chapter. Don't worry. This is the block. You use open braces and closing curly braces indicating that it is a function block. Whatever statements or instructions you want to write, you have to write within this block. Okay. So this is the name of the function. Every function has a parenthesis. Then every function has a block associated with it. Okay. Now in the first program, I want to display just a welcome message on the screen. Just use printf function. It is a library function provided by C language. This is a library function. So I want to display welcome message. Welcome to C programming. That's it. Okay. So whatever message you want to print, that should be given inside printf function. I told you that every function has got parentheses. These open parentheses, and this is closing parentheses, and this is known as a string constant. Okay, or whatever message you want to print, that should be enclosed within double quotation mark. Okay, so this is one double quotation mark, open double quotation mark, and this is closing double quotation mark. And every C statement should end with a semicolon. This is a library function. Every library function has some information in what is known as header file. So stdio.h is known as a header file which contains some information regarding printf function. You will learn more about header files and what that header file contains about this function in functions chapter. Please don't worry about it at this point of time. So hash include means include this file in the current program because it has some link with the library function that we are using. Whenever you use any library function, you have to include its corresponding header file. If you want to use printf function, the corresponding header file is stdio.h. Okay, that's it. We are done with the first program. After writing the program, what you have to do? You have to compile this program. So to compile the program, we have multiple ways. You click on this icon. This is known as build. I told you that a project may contain several files. Build means compile all the files in the project. It can be one file, it can be hundreds of files. You just click on that build icon. If everything is okay, then you should get 0 errors and 0 warning. It indicates that everything is successful. You have typed everything correctly. Now once that is done, then you have to run the program by clicking on this play button, green play button. It says welcome to C programming. If you get this message, congratulations, you are done with the first C program. There are a few more points that I want to teach you. You should know where this project has been saved, what are location you have chosen. In the same location, this project would be stored, but you should know about different files that created in that project. So this is the location where you have created your first program. You open that project folder. This is the source code file. Here it is showing the C source code. This is the object code location. You open OPJ, debug. This is the object code, means machine language file or compiled version of the source code file. Then you go to the bin directory, then debug. This is the executable file. So when you run the program, this is the one which gets executed. So this is the location of the executable file, and this contains the machine language file, and this is the source code file. I hope you understood. So getting started with the first program. Thanks for watching. Wish you all the best. See you in the next video.